business owner has to contend with in the business space. However, it doesn't matter the level of challenges or competitions and possibly unforeseen circumstances. You will face challenges in your business. You will face competition and even unforeseen circumstances. Uncertainties are there in business terrain. It doesn't matter. 3 factors will guarantee your business success. 3 things will guarantee your business success. Whether as a new entrant, as a startup, or you are already there in the business space. 3 things are key. 3 cardinal things. Just like this camera stand is on a tripod, the same way business success is predicated on a tripod. And that is 1, right mental attitude. Please say with me, right mental attitude. Right mindset, right attitude, right mental attitude. Number 2, you have suitable skills. Suitable skills. And then number 3, you have business plan. Right mental attitude, suitable skills, and then you have business plan. Before you venture into that business. Of course, by the time you handle right mental attitude, you begin to unbundle it. A lot of things will begin to come to light. By the time you come to the subject matter of, suitable skills, a lot of things begin to unbundle. A lot of things begin to come to light. And, of course, business plan. For which reason we are here. All right? But permit me to, because while I was preparing this write-up, my conscience was telling me that I should not just, roll over this simply because we are dwelling on business plan. All right? I've told you that your business success at the minimum level, you need these 3 things. Right mental attitude. 2, you need suitable skills. You must be hands-on, or you have people who can do it. And number 3, you must have your business plan in place. But before I go on, let me talk on the right mental attitude. Perhaps you are already in business, or you are having an ambition to start. This one, which is point 1, has 5 elements in it. I have had a special grace of interacting with businesses and businesses. This small boy, standing before you a year or 2 ago, I facilitated training program for a multinational company somewhere. I don't want to mention their name. Big company. I've had opportunity to interact with big organizations, small ventures, mini ventures, and so on. And I did that with a mindset of studying, a mindset of researching, observatory research, empirical research. And whatever thing I put here, they are first-hand information. It's not a magic wand, but they are first-hand information from my core involvement in the business field. Seeing organizations run by Asians, run by Nigerians, run by Europeans. One thing that is of very crucial importance is right mental attitude. Even among the tribes of Nigeria, the attitudinal approach to business, identifiable with each tribe, always is traceable to how they succeed or they don't. that is not the real subject matter, but I told you while I was preparing this write-up, my conscience told me that I have to say something about it. And I said, as far as right mental attitude for you to enter into business, or for those who are already in business to continue to run it, you must have these 5 elements. All right? You must have these 5 elements. They are the minimum element you must have. Minimum. So if you now do a SWOT of yourself, as far as right mental attitude is concerned, and you are lacking in any of these, then you must do something about it after this seminar. How many of you are promising me? How many of you are promising? All right. You have to be honest with yourself that, okay, by the time I look at this, and that's why we prepare the hard copy for everybody to take home. And you're also free. When I facilitate whatever, you have my phone contact. But one thing is, I will never tell you, go and invest here, bring money here, bring money. No, no, no. Apart from just interacting, creating friendship, advising, comparing notes, that is all. You never hear that another Olumide Gideon is somewhere asking you, oh, I'm the one that came to facilitate, and blah, blah, blah. Please take note of that. Now, the 5 things, 5 elements of the right mental attitude for you to do business. Number 1, you must have the doable mentality. Say doable. Oh, say doable. Doable mentality. As you enter into business, no matter how much you are having, no matter how much you are not having, once your mind is telling you, your passion is leading you along a direction, you must make up your mind that this thing is doable. If you go into business fidgeting, double-minded, not strong in your mind, you can't. It's better you prepare your CV very well and continue your job somewhere, paid job. Those who don't have a strong mind cannot be entrepreneur. You cannot run a business if you are not firm. If you don't have that doable mindset, that this thing is doable, I can do it. You are going to transportation, you are going into confectionery, into bakery, you are going to concrete block making industry, you are going into consulting like this, you are going to education, you are going to whatever. You are going to your legal practice, you are going, whatever. You must have it that this thing is doable. Number 2 element in that mental attitude is that you must have what I call diligence mentality. Diligent mentality. You must be diligent. Inside diligence, you have discipline. Hello? Oh, hello? You must be diligent. If you are the slow type, the self-indulgent type, please don't go into business. I have my office in a plaza on Allen where at least we have 103 tenants, office holders, not less than, because we have our prepaid meters. Each office have their prepaid meters. So presently we have 103. And I've seen even that one is, that place is enough for me to do research. How businesses start and fail. See, some people, their mindset, they are not diligent with their business. Okay, lawyer, why you know? It's been long time no see. Long time no see. Oh, it's because of this economy. If you are lazy, if you cannot put yourself to task, don't do business. Number 3 factor. You know, I said number 1 factor is doable mentality. Number 2, diligent mentality. Number 3, integrity mentality. Say integrity mentality. Integrity mentality. Let me tell you, if you lack integrity, you will gain in the immediate term. If you lack integrity, you will gain. But I can guarantee you eventually you will lose. Integrity in all spheres. Number 4th element of the mental attitude for you to go into business or for you to remain in business is what I call, what's there? No, number three is resilience. Say resilience. Resilience. Resilience as a mindset, as a subset of your mindset, is that you are not easily discouraged. You must be strong, firm. Resilience. You are not easily discouraged. You go into a bakery, you are going to meet with competitors. You go into whatever, you are going to meet with competitors. Resilience means that you are not easily discouraged. And then the last point, I told you is 5, is the mindset of reciprocity. Reciprocity. Say reciprocity. Reciprocity. I am telling you, this is where a lot of people miss it. Reciprocate the effort of people around you if you are going to business. Even if it is your wife, even if it is your son, your daughter that is on holiday and is working with you, reciprocate. Your business partners, reciprocate their efforts appropriately so that they won't become saboteurs. All right? Am I communicating? Hello? Yeah. So, let's go on now. I think I've done justice to my mind. My conscience is clear now. All right? In there, I said, remember that proper plan, we are back to our planning, the core subject matter now. Proper planning precedes profits and prevent poor performance. Proper planning, we are on point A. Please, go back to A. Go back. Proper planning precedes profit and prevent poor performance. Yes, thank you. Proper planning precedes, goes before profits. And it will also prevent poor performance. So that is why planning is core. It helps you in 2 ways. One, it helps you to make profit. It also helps you to mitigate poor performance or failure. All right? Let's define business plan. What is business plan? Business plan in the context of this paper is an entrepreneurship endeavor geared towards satisfying the needs of, please, next slide. Next slide, please. Business plan in the context of this paper is an entrepreneurial endeavor geared towards satisfying the needs. Business in the context of this, please, let's listen to this definition of business so that you are properly guided. Business in the context of this paper is an entrepreneurial endeavor geared towards satisfying the needs of a target audience of consumers in terms of goods and or services, and, of course, obtaining financial profit and growth. That's dwelling on utility and or delivering utility and in turn obtaining pecuniary gains. So there are two arms, broad arms. Hello? Hello? There are two broad arms to business, all right? The first arm, you are first and foremost, you must have the ambition of delivering utility, delivering satisfaction. First, satisfy your customers or clients first. Then, of course, you need gain. So it's crucial for us to put that one first. The horse of business or of entrepreneurship is satisfying your customers. So you don't put the cart before the horse. The cart is the profit. It is the horse that will draw the cart, not the cart drawing the horse. I hope I am communicating. So the horse of business is what? Is satisfying your client, your target client. You must have target clients. Before you ever go into business, one of the things in planning is, who am I targeting? Who am I supposed to, and what is it in their life that I am supposed to satisfy? What need? What demand? All right? Okay. So business plan now, or planning, is the concept of putting in place of empirical and realistic roadmap. Empirical and realistic roadmap. Empirical, not something that is based on imagination. Realistic and empirical, in other words, you can even put it in figures. Realistic, it must be realistic. A lot of people have entered into, come to the plaza there. Somebody will come and spend 5 million. Somebody near my office spent over 3.5 million preparing the office. He has not made 200,000 out of it till now. He confided in me that he has not made 200,000 naira from it. Poor planning, poor target, poor trajectory, very poor trajectory. So business plan or planning is the concept of putting in place of empirical and realistic roadmap or template of activity towards achieving a target goal within a time frame with available resources or funds. Now, please mark these things very well. Don't look away from any one of these elements. Hello? Available resources of funds, skills, legal approval, and personnel in mind. So as you are planning, these are the cocoa of the plan. Available resources of funds. You want to start a bakery? You have the funding. No matter the motivation. Skills. Where the skill? It's either you have hands-on experience on it, or you have somebody you can trust absolutely. And I always advise business owner, no matter the business you want to do, you yourself learn something about it. Don't be a novice in the business you want to run. Don't be a novice. Somebody recently resigned from one bank. He was not sacked, didn't have problem. He was serving in Delta State, doing well. He decided to come out. He said he loved the challenging world. And he came out and started logistics. Logistics. So part of the money he got, he bought a van, got a driver, and then went out doing marketing. I consulted for him, just, like a brother. I gave him a lot of ideas. I did his website and everything. Do you know? He came down from his high horse to the point of becoming the #1 motor boy of his own van. Hello? Before he will begin to sit down and say, I'm CEO, he started as motor boy of his own van, at least to know the logistics. So you want to start a school, fine. But what does it stop? What stops you from going to get a PGD in education management? What stops you from working in a school, maybe, and go and teach? You have been a director, fine, you started your civil service career early in life, so you are finishing. I've seen people who retire at 56, 57, still young. They have a lot of years to spend to do entrepreneur, to do business. So you want to start. Why can't you invest 1 year to go and maybe enter into one school as a teacher? Yes, you retired as a director, so that you know the nitty-gritty of the practicality of running schools. Am I communicating? So we're talking of, please take note of all this. I'm talking of resources, of funds, of skills, of legal approval. There are legal issues around whatever business you want to do. Please be a good representation or representative of where you are coming from Redeem. It shouldn't be heard of that you are doing something and somebody comes to you and says, hey, you can start now. Somebody that starts now, this is how they start. Before, just make sure you'll be hiding when you prepare, when you can be packing your product in the middle of the night. And so, NAFDAC people, if you go there, they'll say, bring this, bring this, bring this. There are a lot of legal things. Take care of it first in your planning. Plan it along. Don't carry it and throw it away. Say, oh, later on. Hello? Don't start a school without going to Ministry of Education. Whatever thing it will take, you register. Because if you start a crèche, you start a school, and anything happens, the governor himself will come there. Am I communicating, please? So these things, please take care of yourself. Funds, skills, legal approval, and personnel in mind who will work with you. That is, if you need to have people. Usually, the business plan is clearly put down in black and white for frequent referencing. The business plan states what investment goals are there to be achieved within a set period of time, utilizing a measure of available resources. Next slide, please. Please, you are free to call me for clarifications as I talk on. Hello? I want us to interact. Do you have any question at this point, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters? Any clarification you need? Please oblige me this. I want to crave the indulgence of our leaders here to just chip in this information. I know you are already aware of it. It's circulating. The federal government of Nigeria authentically is recruiting young Nigerians into their federal civil service. How many of you know that? This time it's very, very authentic. How many of you know that? So please, if you feel up to joining the federal civil service, or you have people around you, friends, colleagues, relatives, and so on, you can alert them. The website, the correct website to go is www.federalcivilservice.gov.ng. Federal, written as F-E-D, not full. Don't write the whole federal. F-E-D, civilservice.gov.ng. Is that clear, please? This thing is authentic. They are recruiting into at least 4 or 5 ministries and parastatals. See, one thing that is bad about people, and I've seen it in my recruitment exercise over the last 15 years or more. Some people will apply for employment. They will come for interview, and they will tell you that, I know I can't get this job. Then why did you apply? Why did you come for shortlisting? Why did you come? They say, you know how Nigeria is. I don't know anybody. They say, So don't have that attitude. I heard that the portal is jammed. You can try in the middle of the night, 12, 1, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Hello? This one is authentic. We have had it on the NTA, and, So just Google first, but that is the correct website. www.federalcivilservice, F-E-D, civil service, written together, .gov.ng. All best, brothers and sisters. Now, back to our note. There are different types of plans. You have mini plan, which is suitable for a small-scale business. You might say, the reason why I put this is because a lot of people might say, what business am I doing? I just want to run a small shop. You still have to do a business, no matter how small. Because some of these things, some of these elements will still come into play with it, in it. You have to, like we spoke about the mentality of running your business. We talk about doable mentality. We spoke about diligent mentality. We spoke about resilience mentality. We spoke about integrity mentality. We spoke about a reciprocity mentality. Even in your mini business, you need to sit down and plan. Do I have all this? Do a SWOT of yourself. In what area am I weak? So you can have mini plan, no matter the level. See, the mistake we make is that first and foremost, we look down on ourselves. Who I be, self? We think I did sell. No. Even if you are selling produce, even if you are doing small restaurant, you plan, because your planning is a tool for growth. Hello? So Comprehensive plan, you have mini plan, you have comprehensive plan, which is usually applied for big establishment and also for presentation to prospective financiers such as banks. We'll see that later. Let me jump because of time. Let me go to this second paragraph, all right? Are we all there? Ladies and gentlemen, am I communicating? I want us to read it together. That second paragraph here. No. Yes. That 4-line second paragraph. Are we all there? 1, 2, read. A workable business plan must be preceded by a diligent market sector survey to initially ascertain the viability, suitability, and legality of the line of goods and or service to be rendered. A good business plan must be smart. It must be what? Specific, measurable, actualizable, or actionable. It must be realistic. It must be time-bound. The time factor must be there. Time is a constant metric. All right? What I'm saying is this. Before you enter into business, even before you begin to plan that business, because at the point of planning the business, you have made up your mind. One thing will precede. It's just like before they start building this house. Look at how strong it is. Somebody somewhere in his office. That office might be at Lagos Island or be somewhere very far from here. Might even be outside of this Lagos state. Somebody somewhere was on his table drawing up. What I mean is, there is something that will even precede your business plan. Before you begin to plan for that business, there's something you have to do. One, you must check for the viability. Is it the kind of business that is viable? Within the environment that you find yourself, is it something that is viable these days? All right? The suitability, is it suitable for you as a person, for the kind of person you are? Then the legality of it, is it a legal thing for you to do? If it passes, if that line of business you have chosen passes those tests, fine. You can now begin your business plan. Next slide. And I told you, your business plan must be smart. It must be what? Smart. Now, this paragraph C, or part C, good things about a business plan. What are the good things about a business plan? Good things. Advantages of a good business plan, or justification for a business plan. Why, or reason why we have to embark on business plan. Why is this essential? Why is it worthwhile? Why is it needful? I have only 3 points here. It could be more. Number one, it provides guided direction and navigation towards enterprise goals and objectives. Guided direction. What are the broad goals? Who can tell me? The broad goals. The goals that I have just mentioned, I have mentioned the goals of the broad goals. There are two. Hello? Satisfying your target audience. And in satisfying your target audience, there are a lot of things for you to put in place. And on the other side is making profit. So your business plan will lead you to do these two. These are the two major goals. The two major reasons why you enter into business are, one, to satisfy a need, to satisfy a people, to satisfy a customer, to satisfy a client, or clients, if you like. And the second broad reason is for you to make profits. So your business plan must have the capacity to lead you, guide you towards this. So, but I told you that you must have the mindset of putting satisfying as your horse. And then you're profiting as the cat in the cabin that the horse will be drawing. All right? Whoever has a cat and a horse in those days, what they are actually interested in is what the horse is dragging. But then the horse must drag first. Okay? Am I communicating? Yes. Point 2. It is a tool for periodic performance appraisal in terms of customer or client satisfaction, growth, and profitability. Because inside your business plan, you have trajectories. You have mileages that you have set. You have what? Trajectory. You have mileages. Have I attained to this? Have I attained to this? Have I attained to this? So your business plan, for instance, if you are starting a bakery, all right, you want to start small, that okay, you want to start with 2,000 loaves of bread. And then you say, okay, as I'm starting this community, you have done your business survey around, that there are no strong bakeries around that will choke you. You already have done that market survey, the environmental survey. Then you feel that, oh, it's suitable. You can, and then you have gone to investigate, you have gone to buy bread around. You can see the bread are coming from afar or from far distant places. Then you want to start. Then as you start the business, you are also having in plan that, okay, maybe in 6 months, okay, initially I will start with 2,000 loaves of bread. But in 6 months, according to your plan, I must upgrade to what? 3,000 loaves of bread. So your business plan will guide you, will remind you, because you constantly go back to it. Am I meeting up with my plan? Hello? Don't just run business without plan. Number 3 point, a workable and standard business plan most times is required for processing capital acquisition from lenders, such as banks and government grants. That is by the time your business begins to expand and expand. All right? You get to a point when, like Dangote Refinery is like $20 billion investment. Hello? Dangote's money is not more than $9 billion. I'm not even sure it's up to. There was syndicated facility. In fact, your money, my money is there. We all have to help him. NNPC has to also invest. Some investor from South Africa also invested. So you get to, but before, by the time your business gets to a point, maybe your bank, you are starting a community bank, your or whatever, a microfinance bank, you want to start it, whatever. You get to a point when you want to collaborate. All these big banks, you want to attach yourself, you want to collaborate, they will demand your business plan. And it's not an emergency business plan. It will have no meaning to them. So have a business plan from now, all right? Also for venture capital investors and incoming technical partners. Example is Lagos State Employment or Entrepreneurship Trust Fund, LSETF, all right? There is one fund that Lagos State government put in place, Lagos State. They put it in place, they call it LSETF. LSETF. LSETF, they are expecting you, after this seminar, to come and approach them. They want to give you loan. You know, the conventional banks today, because of the interest rate, the central bank has been increasing and increasing, and is, I don't know, it's 27.5% now. Banks now, their own is nothing less than 34, 35. And that is, if you have been their consistent customer over years, that's when you get in the conventional banks. But Lagos State government has a funding or a fund and a specialized agency to receive you, to welcome you, and to collaborate you At what percentage, what rate? For a whole year, 9%. Hello? LSETF, 9%. And their loan range is from $5,000 naira, 50,000 naira, up to all the way to 5 million naira. So, but if you go to them, the first thing they will ask you, where's your business plan? And you see people hanging around, say, we'll do the business plan. But if you group the one that's emergency, they will know. So start now. And you can Google it. Even if you don't mean to access that loan for now, you can at least have information. There's nothing bad about that. LSETF, Lagos State Employment Fraud Fund. All right? At 9%. So if you are starting a business or you are running a business, a company did all this. You think it's a multi-millionaire business now. A company did this. Branded seats for us. It's big business. You might decide to start it. Do your website. Broadcast everywhere. Let people know what you are doing. After some time now, it will become too old for the prestige of a provincial headquarters. They want to discard it, maybe give it to new parishes, and then you want to get a new one. And then you are already in the business. They will approach you. You go and do it for them. All right? Or a state government has built a big civic center, and they need 1,000 of it. Big money. You don't have enough. You go and present your business plan to LSETF. They will collaborate. You see, they will hold you like this. They will hold you like you do it together. All right? Well, that is just by the way. I just decided to put it. Hello? Next slide, please. Paragraph D. Element, now we are going to all the belly of the business plan. There are 10. Those things that must be in the business plan. There are 10 elements. Element of a good business plan. At this point, please, I want comments. Am I too fast? Or you have something you want to contribute? Our leaders here, you have any contributions, sir? Or any clarification?
Is there anyone who have like a clarification or questions?
You need a clarification?
We have a microphone here for you, please.
Please, feel free, very free.
We have someone here, sir.
All right, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My question is there age limits for any business plan? No, depending on how much capital you need. Is there an age limit to how you can approach such business?
To approach LECT?
Any business plan, is there an age limit to it?
I didn't get that. Please, let me...
Okay, so for example, someone of the age of 30 can say he wants to start a business of, let me say, how do I put it? A multi-millionaire business.
Okay.
But then someone as 20 years old also wants to start the same thing. Is it balanced, or does the person has to come lower because of his age?
Yes. They all boil down to capacity, which I have mentioned, skills. That is why I don't agree with this when youth corps members are doing their personal parade, you see government officials, governors telling them to start business. It's a lie. It's a big lie. I will not deceive you. What business with somebody just coming? I have children in the university. It's not possible. What business? See, if you're a big daddy and you have money, and then you have a daughter, a son, just coming out of school, you say, I don't want you to, don't forget about CV. Take this 25 million, go and do something. He will fail. It's all a lie. What they are supposed to be telling people, advocacy they are supposed to be telling people, is that please take in these corps members, retain them for another year, impart them, mentor them, so that thereafter they can be experienced enough. The business field, I have said it at the beginning, you are going to meet competition, stiff competition. Competitors will choke you. At the beginning, at the intro, I said that in the business place, you are going to meet competitions, you are going to meet unforeseen circumstances. In accounting, they call uncertainty factors and risk. So a young, tender person entering to business does not know the vagaries. In fact, human behavior, he doesn't understand it. So you need mentorship, you need training. So you call members to go and start business. If you have a business, what you do is that is why in developed countries, in the United States, in UK, you see a rich billionaire who has a big business. He will carry his daughter or son and take him or her to a big corporation where there is discipline and say, go and work there as an intern. Go and do internship there. After your degree, they will sign off 2 years. Don't worry, I'm your father. I'm going to be paying your salary. Because they need this skill. Management skill, technical skill of that business. Before you now come and take over my business. Hello? So, like you are saying, there's nothing bad for anybody to do business. There are businesses that a 20-year-old person can do. If, for instance, you want to start a barbering shop, a 20-year, 22, 23-year-old guy can do it, but he must have been a barber. Like I told you, I am a radical person when it comes to having experience in what you do. Hands-on experience. You won't say, oh, my big uncle in the United States gave me 2.5 million. I can start a barbering shop. You are 22-year-old. Then you start a barbering shop. Then you look for a neighborhood egbon who can be the barber. They will run down the business for you. And you yourself, you just be collecting the money, or you have some other thing you are doing. You are a liar. So all of these things that we mentioned are crucial to running business. Age doesn't really matter anyway, but age plus experience and skill, your age must be married with experience and skill. Have I not even mentioned somebody who was a director, retiring as a director, wanting to start a business? Hello? And I said, my own counsel would be that that person should condescend to the point of going to learn. You want to start a school, you have all the money, fine. And you have the clout, you have the persona to walk into a bank and get a loan for 50 million or even more. Before you do that, condescend to the point of going to a school, a good school, former director. Go and learn, go and be a teacher. You learn how things are done. Hello? So that is the main thing. That is the crux of the matter. All right? Now, element of it, I hope I have answered your. Now, element of good business plan. Okay, a suggestion is coming here that the questions can come up later. You can just write them down so we can manage our time as much as possible. All right? So please, because of time, we were supposed to start 2, we started 3. Element of a good business plan. What are those building blocks within the business plan? Number 1, it specifies business type. The beginning of a business plan is the conscious choice of a line of enterprise out of 1,000 and more. The business plan cannot be opaque or vague. Your sector and subsector must be of a clear vision. Say, write the vision, make it plain, make it clear. So you must be very clear what you want to do. You must be resolute. There is no opacity. There is no contravention in what you want to do. So number 1 thing in business plan, you know the line of business or the subsector you want to do. All right? You are resolute. You know this is what I want to do. There's no prevarication. Not that you are just about taking a step and then somebody gives a suggestion. You want to take a step. Thank God I've not even started. You take another step. As you enter, somebody tells you, you don't know the risk here. You don't know you say, okay. You turn again. And then somebody, let me cuckoo start. No. You must make up your first. Hello? You must be resolute. I mean, as in, you must specify the business type. This is what I want to do. And even the subsector. I want to go into business of education, school. I want to go into concrete making. Is it concrete? Doing the rings that people will put in their wells, deep wells, in their culvert, and so on. Specifically, this is what I want to do. Or you want to do a block making industry? Is it the one they use hand? Is it the one they will use machine? Because it then means the funding you need will be different. So you must be, your business plan must specify. This is what I want to do. Number 2, it indicates target audience or markets. This is my target audience. This is the market I am going for. Because there are some things, the same thing you produce, okay, there are some towns where if you go and set up a business to do this kind of a thing, in some suburban town in Nigeria, you won't sell. Because of their socio-economic level, you won't sell. Even within this Lagos. Hello? Even you won't sell. Because they will say, where are we going to get the money from? I don't want to mention any town, so it won't be as if I'm getting the getting. I mean, these beautiful chairs you see, branded. You want to start it, you know where to start. So you know your target audience. High net worth area. You want to go to Lekki, you want to go to this kind of Mende, you want to go to VI, all right, and stuff. You can't go to Ajangbadi and all that. I'm not sorry to say. It's not as if you won't find 1 or 2 churches, but the turnover will be low. Hello? The turnover will be low. So, you must indicate your target audience. You must be very clear as per your target audience. Number 3, you draws out business scope and investment size. So your business plan must indicate your scope, your size. Ab initio, you know how you want to start. You like my asked the other time that okay, you want to start with 20 million, you want to start with this, you want to start with that. All right. If you want to start a business, you must draw out your business scope, your investment size. A wise man said, "Life is in sizes. Men are in sizes, and life is in stages." All right? Men are in size, so know your size. You draw out your business scope and investment size. Know what your business can accommodate. Don't go and take an office space that is more than what you eventually do. I have seen somebody coming to take an office space, 3.5 million per annum, and by the time they start the business, they say, okay, we want to be doing coaching for people who want to move abroad. And in a month, maybe they have 2. The initial capital outlay is more. So you must know scope and size. So your business plan must indicate that. Point number 4. Production and operational inputs must be assured. Hello? Every business has got inputs. Because you're satisfying somebody means that you have an output. You have an output. But for you to produce that output, you are the processor. There must be inputs. So in your business plan, if you're starting a bakery, for instance, in your business plan, you must indicate the raw materials for that enterprise, for that business. The flour you are going to be using, the sugar, the honey, the butter, and so on and so forth. The electricity that you need. These are all the inputs. Production and operational input must be assured. Depending on the type of venture, the business plan must indicate with a reasonable degree of assurance sources and channels of production and service inputs. To a reasonable degree of assurance. You must be sure. Hello? You must be sure of inputs. Because things that you are going to need for that product and service. You must be sure of that supply. You must be sure of that input. All right? So because of time, please, let's go to point 6. Let's go to point 6 there. Administrative procedure models, your business plan. The business plan is expected to spell out how the enterprise will be internally run in relation to client and customers, suppliers, etc., etc. All right? Now, well, you might say you are starting very small. Your business is micro. But as you grow, you must input this. How is your business going to run? What is the organogram? By the time your business is becoming medium, you must have an organogram. Everything must not be done haphazardly. It's a weakness for any business that does not have good administrative model to run with. Hello? You must have proper administrative model to run with. Administrative procedure models. Your client, how do you answer them? What do you do when they call you up? And so on and so forth. Now, let's go to point 7. And this one is very, very crucial. Very, very important in your business plan. I've mentioned it in passing the other time, but this one is for emphasis. Hello? Let's read it together. Number 7. Are we there? 1, 2, go. Statutory and association hurdles. The business plan must include a deliberate policy to align with governmental regulations for the sector concerned in the areas of registration, environmental and quality compliance. Hello? Please don't skip it. Please tell your neighbor, don't skip this. Say, don't skip this. Don't skip it. Most businesses you do, there are regulations guiding them. Subscribe to them. Don't look away from them. Don't ignore, so that you don't run foul of the law. These days, people who run foul of the law, they pay more. It's like penny wise, pound foolish. Penny wise, pound foolish. Don't. All right? So statutory and association hurdles. Association hurdles in the sense that there are some businesses you do that there are established associations, trade unions, professional groupings you need to subscribe to. Put that in your plan also. Let that also be in your business plan. Don't look away from it. Now, governmental regulating agencies such as NAFDAC, NSCDC, Nigerian Security Defense Corps. Now, if you want to start a security guard company, why not? Hello? You want to start a security guard company. You don't need to be a retired soldier, a retired police. Anybody can do it. If you go to NSCDC, they will tell you, they will give you a form, and they will give you all the requirements. You can start it. But then in doing that, don't do it and say, oh, don't wear uniform. And it is when they see uniform that they will say, I should come and register. Then because you have connection, look at our guard here, they are working. Because the church authorities know. They know. You will never see any redeemed established anywhere where they will begin to manage it. Okay, we are small. Oh, you just be guard. No. So if you are starting a security guard company, go to NSC. Their headquarters is at Alausa. Ab initio. Key into what they want. If it is money, God will provide. All right? Ministry of Education for those who want to start school, even as small as crèche, I have warned you. I'm telling you, I don't deceive people. As small as scratch, go to Ministry of Education. Let them know. Be on their register. Hello? Yeah. And they are all waiting for associations like Manufacturer Association of Nigeria, Real Estate Development Association, and blah, blah, blah. Okay? Now, number 8, the financials. The financials. The financials. This is where I'm deliberately put it at number 8. Hello? Ladies and gentlemen, let's interact. Hello? These financials, I deliberately put places at number 8 as if it is not as important as others because the preceding ones are even more important. Don't say because you have money, you run into business. I beg of you, having attended this seminar, take care of whatever thing you find here before you go into finance, before you begin to commit your daddy's money, your mommy's money, or your hard-earned money, or the loan facility you got before you begin to commit it to it. That is why I put financial as number 8. Having taken care of the first 7. Am I communicating? Hello? The financial aspect of the enterprise is of great importance to about 90% of business venture types. Don't listen to people who say, don't mind money. If you don't have money, you don't mind. It's a lie. It's not all businesses. As a consultant, I know how much I spend to upgrade myself. So you need money even in that area. I had my MBA 31 years ago. Is it not money? You want to start a business? Start. Go and just start the credit. How much you can? It's small. Start it in your house. Don't. Say don't. Oh, say don't. Somebody start that crèche in your house. Say don't. If anything should happen, Lagos State, they are harsh. They are harsh. Oburu. In business, plan it very well. Anything you find here, this small boy is telling you, don't skip anyone. Hello? Even don't start that scratch. The financials. In terms of financials, you need to sit down very well. If you need somebody who is well experienced, you can go for it. Because the financial aspect, having taken care of the first 7, this one is very crucial. You must be optimistic, not pessimistic, but not over-optimistic. Before you commit your money and create a portfolio, you must know what you are doing. You must be careful. You must do your calculation very well. If you are going to partnership, do your calculation very well. If you are not well gifted in that area, ask somebody who is gifted. Okay? The financial aspect of the enterprise is of great importance about 90% of business, to about 90% of business types. Many acquisitions, deployment, and returns should be, money acquisition, deployment, and return should be clinically handled. In the area of money, committing your money to something, you must have you must have plan. You must look at the variables around that business very well. When it comes to money, applying so that you don't lose it. Hello? If you need an expert, why not? If you want to go into stock business, you go for the training, and then you can go into it. But then you have to be very circumspective as you go into it. All right? Your financial projections must be based on realistic forecast of sales turnover revenue, side by side with all manners of course heads. As far as financials are concerned, there are two sides, just like a cross. Accountant will tell you, for every debiting, there must be a crediting. So there are two major sides. The first side is talking about your cost elements. It's talking about what? Your cost element. And then the other side, you are talking about your revenue. These are the two major focal areas. Your cost element, your cost side, what are the things it will cost you? Don't use faith. I'm saying it carefully. Hello? I want to say this thing carefully. By God's grace, by the time we get there, somebody will find favor. Somebody will do it for us. No. Ask. How much is it taking? Write it down. This is how much it's going to take us to do it. When it comes to financials, you must be what? Realistic and down to earth. And put it down like that. And then your expectations, your revenue. While you are not over-optimistic, you are not also pessimistic about it. Hello? I hope I'm communicating. Yes. So governmental, fiscal, financial, and macroeconomic policies in the face of shifting variables must be taken into consideration as future profitability accounts are being computed for internal and external uses. In other words, when you are drawing up your financials in your business plan, you must take into consideration shifting grounds. Government will do a policy, all right? The president, on the day of inauguration, made a pronouncement that triggered 500% inflation within 1 week. Hello? Is that not so? Were we not all here? Yeah. So, the next slide, please. Time, I'm conscious of time. Now, timeline factor. Timeline factor. Hello? In your business plan, one thing that is of crucial importance is management of time. Timeline factor. I can use what happened today, well, not to indict anybody, but in business, the attitude that we put up here must not feature. In business, you must have stated this is the time for this, this is the time for this. And you put yourself under that strict discipline also. What is the turnaround time to answer a customer? We're supposed to start I came here 10 minutes after 12. That attitude must be there in business. It must be in your business plan. Time is a general metric of measurement of performance. In your business plan, you are putting it time. In 3 months' time, where we are supposed to be. In 6 months' time, half year, this is where we are going to be. In a year, this is where we are going to be. Even administratively, logistically, this is how we are going to discipline ourselves. This is my resumption time. This is my closing time. As a consultant, we have been trained. I don't think in the last 15 years I've ever been to a venue to facilitate and I've ever had to say an apology. Why? We have been trained that if you are going anywhere, target to be there 2 hours before time. And at worst, if you get there 1 hour before time, see yourself that you are late. Hello? And it's been working. So in business, put it in your plan. This is the discipline. This is the orientation as far as time is concerned. As far as time is concerned. Number 10, because of our time, growth, time, time, we don't have enough, the luxury of time. Growth expectations and reward trajectory. It must also be in your plan. And I've been mentioning that in passing. In other words, your plan in itself is a tool to catalyze you to action, to the next mile, to the next mile. All right, look at this. That number 10 is exactly what we have here. Hello? You see this banner? 40 million membership in RCCG by 2032. And this planning was put in place. When was it launched? Our senior pastor will give a suspension. When was it launched? Sir? Ahead of 2032. So your growth expectation and reward trajectory ahead, your plan must state it. This one is exactly what we are doing here. Planning. There is an agency for it to run. So it's not just no. We already have the statistics. When? 2032. How many? 40. Okay. Is it until we arrive at 2032? No. After each year, where are we? Have we moved on? Yes? No? Why? Let's do a SWOT. What's our SWOT? What is our weakness? Hello? Anyway, note that contingency plan or plan B concept is normal for each of the 10 plan elements above. There's what they normally call plan B, contingency plan. In all of these 10 planning elements, you can have contingency plan. As you are planning for your target audience, you can also say, okay, oh, if at all, if this one fails, where can I shift to? Having started the business. That's contingency plan for you. I just added that because in reality, it happens. Contingency plan. All of these 10 elements, you can have something like contingency plan, but then don't be driven by contingency plan. A lot of reasons why relationships fail, why businesses fail, is that contingency plan becomes the major plan of somebody. You have a staff. You know, okay, any small mistake that one does, you just sack him and get another because you have contingency plan. You have CVs. I have seen employers who will tell you that a lot of people are looking for a job. CV galopisi, you will fail. It's good to have extra CVs, but if you dwell on those CVs and you are unnecessarily harsh on the employees you already have, you will be failing. So I'm warning, your contingency plan by no means should become your main plan. These are the 10 elements for your main, for your plan. All right? Now, next. Now, I just put this as I end this session, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. I just want to put this because I know it's going to be very useful for you. All right? That is paragraph E in that paper you have there. Please go to E. E. Yes. I said contact of helpful agencies for entrepreneurship. I just decided to put it, I will have ended it at that number 10, but it will be useful for one or two or three of you. Contact of helpful agencies. The business you do might be, you might require this. And I have their contact. Nigerian Export Promotion Council. Perhaps you want to go into exporting. Food stuff. There is a young man that even started, I accommodated him in my office. Today, he's even richer than I. What is he doing? He's helping people to export things abroad. Even our local designs. Hello? Our local designs. People, Nigerians abroad, they need it in Canada, in US, in Europe. So he's helping them to do international logistics, to move it. He started in my office because he didn't have enough money to start. So he started small. He's richer than I. Now, doing well. Hello? Yeah. So Nigerian export, anything that has to do exporting, go there. Transportation will not kill you. Your fuel in your car will not kill you. Go there. They are waiting. It's free. They don't charge money. They even have lectures, like the one I'm doing now. They have lecture for free. They even have forum for women free. They will network you. They will key you into a networking ring. Free. Nigerian Export Promotion Council, being sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria. General Export Guide, registration of exporters, linking you to places where you can export to, getting you familiar with regulations. You want to export cocoa, you are from Ondo State, you are from Cross River State, where they produce a lot of cocoa or whatever. You want to export Ugba and all that. You want to export clothes like this. How do you go about it? And then you have their contact. Next slide. Bank of Industry. Hello? Bank of Industry, BOI. BOI, you have their contact office. They have their main, a big office. This is federal government-owned bank established to provide cheap funding, mentorship, and management support, even medium-sized companies. Bank of Industry, you are an engineer, you are into fabrication of some tools and all that. They will be glad to receive you. They can, after some time, they will guide you. All right, they will guide you. They provide financial assistance, their investment advisory and mentorship. BOI Microfinance Bank. How many of you know that, yes, it's a big bank, but they know there are people who are micro people. They also have microfinance bank in their office. Hello? How many of you know? BOI Microfinance Bank is for you, for me. It's not the same rate you get from your big banks. Having mentored you, they know you, you go there and all that, they will facilitate for you. And they will help you. Then you have NAFDAC. You have their contact address, National Agency for Food and Drug Administration Control. You have their phone contact. You have their website. You have SMEDAN, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDAN. They are still existing. Hello? You have SMEDAN. They are also existing. They are waiting for you. You can Google, you can call, ask questions. All right? The kind of business type you want to do might be useful. If you want to go into education, Ministry of Education is waiting for you. You want to go into exporting, Nigeria Export Promotion Council is waiting for you. You want to go into air cream production. We need it in this country. Air cream. You know, when I wedded my wife, we started patronizing one air cream, and we were buying it for 150, then 200. Today, it's 2,000 naira. If you start one, and you have the certification to the air cream alone, you make a lot of money. You make a lot of money. Hello? You have SMEDAN, Lagos State, good, thank you. Lagos State Enterprise, like I told you, their office is at Billings Way, Oregon here. Hello? Lagos Enterprise, that is the agency of Lagos State government that I said can facilitate you 50,000 up to 5 million loan facility. All right? That is all about that. Okay? Thank you for listening. I have been rushing, and I'm under the weight of time, pressure of time. That is the end of the presentation for this. So we have the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes for questions.
Yes, let's keep the round of applause roaring. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Olumide Gideon, for the amazing presentation. I believe we all have a couple of takeaways. I mean, wonderful insights, informative insights and all. Right now, we're going to be taking our questions. We are doing this for us all. I mean, we understand we actually have quite some matters we might actually have to attend to. But of course, this session will not be conclusive if we don't take questions. I believe Mr. Gideon is actually ready for us. So please, we'll be taking, for each and everyone that will be asking questions, you have 30 seconds. So
please feel free, or you contribute, or you
your
have
contributions.
Anything you want to add, please.
Okay.
Our leaders here too.
Please, if you have questions, you can please signify by the raising of your hand. Please, you have 30 seconds to
please
ask your
feel
questions.
free.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. Initially, when you were speaking, you made mention of the fact that when you want to start a business, you should have, I think, maybe an in-depth knowledge or maybe just a base knowledge of what you're going into. How about cases where you have interest in multiple businesses? Are you still supposed to have a knowledge in every single business that you want to go into, or you'd rather just hire expertise in that business field and then just, own the business?
Thank you very much. Is that question clear? Is it clear to everyone? I'm a practical person. If you are starting, don't have multiple businesses. Don't have multiple businesses. And don't have the tendency of committing your businesses to in the hands of people. The trust quotient in this country is very low. Very, very low. Put your strength in one or two that you have competence in doing, and you have the time to supervise. I have seen people who are still in the civil service. In fact, recently I had a case of somebody in the civil service who had good money and said, okay, when I retire, I love education. I will start a school. And he started a school, but he was still working with the federal government. Within 2 years, all the investment came down, except the building. Except the building. Because in running the school, as the proprietor or the chairman of the school, you might have a principal, but you also have to be there maybe 2-3 times a week. Teachers or parents will have to relate with you. They have your contact. You won't be in Abuja. You won't be in Onitsha. As federal government staff, you have invested here. They will run it down. Because the school principal, who is not the owner, can be rude to people. The parent that you will genuflect to greet, come, sir. Well done, sir. Oh, how are you, my boy? The school principal that is under your employ, excuse me, sir. Is it because I am the school principal here? Is it because, I know what I'm doing, sir? Whatever. And that person, the next available time, he takes his children away from there. Hello? So I am practical. Please, business you do, don't do multiple businesses that you won't be there. Is it transportation you want to do that you won't have close with it? Yes, you need people who are trustworthy to be there for you, but always be careful. If you have a choice, make sure you are there.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, sorry, please, before we take a question, just still in the light of time management purposes, please, we would like to take all questions collectively while our facilitator answers. So if he asks this question, the next person with a question can please go ahead with their question, and we'll collect everything together. Then he answers collectively. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, sir, for the session. Please, December. I went to Med Supplies, so I discovered that the place I went to, they are into this battery that we power vehicle instead of gasoline and spirits. So upon inquiries, I was told that I need to enroll with them for 1 year of training and everything. So I want to ask, is it advisable for me to enroll? Because if I should do that, I still remain relevant with my own job, with my own business.
You have a job you are doing. Okay, you now have another thing you want to do by the side. Now they are asking you to enroll. Yes, like I said it, that I think it's in 0.5 or 0.6, that governmental statutory regulations and associations. Many of these associations have link with government, they are registered. And they are part of the steppings of government regulating the business space. So if they ask you to come and join them, for instance, you cannot just be running your car for Uber without registering it to carry people. You understand me now? You need a park. You register with them. Even if so that you no run foul of law. If it is within your capacity to register and enroll with them, why not? I have said it with emphasis that there are some things you don't skip. Once you investigate and you are sure that this thing is government linked, if it is government linked, please key into it. Hello? Yes. If it is government linked, key into it. For instance, if you are into bakery, they are Master Bakers of Nigeria. The day somebody will go and do a counterfeit of your bread, if, for instance, your brand becomes well accepted, riding, flying high everywhere, everybody's accepting it, somebody can go and put fake bread with bromate, Mawu, and put Mawu and the one that, and put it in your own wrap with your name, with your brand, and sell. And when NAFDAC catches it, if you belong to Master Bakers Association of Nigeria, they will come to your help. Hello? Am I communicating? I just use that bakery as an example. How much does it take? So if it is within your capacity for now to key into it, especially if it is authentic association, you join them. Any other question? Quickly.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I have a couple of questions written here for you. Number one says, you have available for follow-up on this seminar. Number two says, are you available for consultancy? If yes, what's your rate? And number three says, will there be a discount for milk and honey people? Will there be a discount for milk and honey people?
Yes.
Should I run the questions again, sir, very quickly?
It's okay, it's okay. I got them.
All right.
First
All
one.
right.
One nature I have is I build relationship. Even from here, I start relationship. People who come to my office, if I have a brief, a requisition to recruit, people will come, sit, and I will interview, and we become friends, as if we are mates, even family friends. So you can call me. My phone contacts are there, all right? But please, I will never, if I am tempted to tell you to put money somewhere, say no, because I will not. I will not advise put your money here. And I will not say send money to one agency. I know one company. They will help you. Go and do registration. I will not. These ones that I put here, contact, are the ones that you can even Google, and they are even government agencies. All right? So please, so that tomorrow somebody will not say, it is that Mr. Olumide Gideon that came for facilitation that said I should do it, and they have stolen my money. If I am tempted to tell you to go somewhere, some people, no, say no, because I will not. So you are free. After now, you can give me a call for, consultations. And trainings continue. Like if you see it right down, there are training sessions that we have that we announce, like fundamentals of leadership in the workplace and so on and so forth. Element of business running, which the time we have today cannot accommodate. All right. Questions?
All right. So we're going to take these two questions collectively.
Please, just two more questions, and then we can go to the second talk.
Okay. So I want to ask about the loan part. I've seen and I've had people take advantage of, like, borrowing money to start up a business. And I've also had, like, I've attended one seminar when we were told not to borrow to start a business. So my question is this: can we borrow to start a business? Or which one is best to do?
Don't borrow to start a business. I belong in that school. Don't borrow to start a school. Don't borrow to start a block making industry. Don't borrow to start a concrete making industry. Don't borrow to do anything. Don't even borrow. Even there are some businesses that don't cost much, that you may need to borrow only 50,000 naira, 200,000 naira. Don't even borrow it. For instance, Before I incorporated this company, Capinvest Nigeria Limited, 2004, I had a friend that we grew up in the city of Ilorin. I got to know that he had his chamber at TBS. And I started running business. I called him, Ibrahim, please, can I use your office as contact office? I'll just be coming once a week. No, I didn't. I told him I wanted to come and see him. Then I went and I saw him and I told him. He became almost angry. Is that what you need, that you need to stress yourself? Come on. You can begin to use my office. My secretary is here. Hello? So start small instead of borrowing. Because like I have told you, I didn't miss word to tell you that there are uncertainties and risks. One of the companies that folded up and ran back to US invested billions of dollars. But they never knew that a man will come who on the day of his inauguration will make a statement, just one statement, that will trigger 500% inflation. That will make a mess of the purchasing power of people's money. That will drop their sales volume by almost 70%. That make their business senseless to continue. They never knew. So they folded up and they go. Can you imagine Patterson Zokonis PZ? Can you imagine this company in Ibadan and in Agbara? What is it now? Procter and Gamble. Can you imagine Procter and Gamble folding up, selling off? And there's one other big company there that's doing Pampers in Ikorodu there, folding up. Don't start business with loan. In fact, don't even take it from family friends. It will create problem in the family. Only last question, or we go to the next presentation.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. So
Welcome,
I have a lot of questions, but I'll do my best to bring them to a certain number. So my first question is actually as regards to my network, regarding deriving value from the network of people that I know. So in recent times, I've gotten the opportunity to meet certain individuals, and I've always thought to myself, and I end up with their contacts, let me just use that word, but having their contact information is usually not enough for me. There are certain things that I want from them, but there is always the thought in my head that this certain individual can be busy, will be busy. I never know the right time to do it. I don't even know how to approach it. So I want to know, how can I derive value from my network of people? Because it's not enough to know them. Then my second question is as regarding finances, that's getting funding. So let's say I'm not taking a loan. Instead, I get an investor. Yeah? So my question is, how do what reception do I give the investor with regards to ROI, return on investment? So let's say I don't want to give equity for my business, but I want to also offer something that would allow for me to still get this funding that I want from the investor. And even if I'm going to give equity, is there safeguards that I can use to basically ensure that I still have, shall I say, I don't know what word to use, but controlling rights, yes. Controlling rights in my company, basically. And then the third question is basically as regarding gathering experience. So I had this thought in my head that most of the times, or not necessarily all the time, that I might not need to gather this experience for myself. That I just need to have the right people around me. And when I mean the right people, like certain advisors, basically. So they are not working for me, rather they are my mentors. So I wanted to ask, can that be used in place of lack of experience, having experienced individuals around me? And the last question, I think that's what I'll just ask for now. That's for
Let me,
us.
let me start from the last one. Mentorship